Sustainability Week is returning to Pokemon Go, and a brand new Pokemon along with a brand new shiny are going to be included with this year's event. And I'm going to be going over all the details for this event in this video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about Sustainability Week. This is one of those yearly events that we get every single year, and it typically features some sort of brand new Pokemon or some kind of bonus that is really good. And this year looks like it's going to be following suit. We're going to be getting a whole new Pokemon family along with a brand new shiny for us to get. And then on top of that, there's a couple of other bonuses that you will not want to miss out on, as well as a Go Pass that's going to be specific to this event. So let's go over all the details for this Sustainability Week event, and then afterwards let me talk about why I think this is one worth paying attention to. Sustainability Week is going to be from April 14 at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go until April 20th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. This is something that has been common with events after Memories in Motion has started, where different events throughout the month are going to last for about a week. So this is going to be a pretty long event, and it's going to be featuring quite a lot. Now, when it comes to the featured Pokemon for this event, we are going to be getting Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses, which I think is very interesting. A brand new Pokemon is going to be making its debut in Silicobra, and Sandaconda, which is the evolved form of Silicobra, is also going to be making its debut. We are also going to be getting a brand new shiny for us to get, and it's going to be shiny Toedscool. Now, when it comes to getting yourself Sandaconda, it's very straightforward. It's just going to involve evolving Silicobra with 50 candies. That's how you can get this new Pokemon, and I think there is potential for it to be really good when it comes to PvP, but that's all dependent on what moves it gets. And then of course, you could get Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses, and if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny of it. And then of course, making its debut with this event is going to be shiny Toedscool, and later on I'll tell you how you can get it. There's actually some interesting ways. Now, when it comes to the wild encounters, these are the Pokemon you will get. Seedot, Castform, Silicobra, Toedscool, as well as Wiglet are going to be appearing in the wild, and depending on their different biomes, you might encounter Silicobra, Toedscool, Wiglet at a more common rate. And then, depending on the weather conditions, that's when you're going to see Castform and all of its various forms. That is something to keep in mind during this event because Castform is one of those Pokemon that often does not get featured in Pokemon Go's events. Now, let's go over the event bonuses because different Pokemon are going to be appearing more frequently in routes during this event, and you're going to have an increased chance to get shinies of these Pokemon when you encounter them during routes. Now, between April 14 at 10 o'clock a.m. until April 16 at 10 o'clock a.m., you're going to see Togetic as well as Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses on routes, and they're going to have a boosted shiny chance for Togetic. Between April 16 at 10 o'clock a.m. until April 18 at 10 o'clock a.m., you're going to be encountering Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses, as well as Trubbish with a boosted shiny rate. And then from April 18 at 10 o'clock a.m. until April 20th at 8 o'clock p.m., you're going to encounter Lapras and Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses on routes, and Lapras is going to have an increased shiny chance. And then also during this event, you're going to have an increased chance to hatch shiny Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses, as well as shiny Castform. So there's definitely going to be a lot of egg hatching involved. And then finally, there's going to be a Go Pass specifically tied to this event, and if you were to unlock certain tiers, you're going to get bonuses which are actually pretty good. First and foremost, at Tier 1, you're going to get double the amount of experience whenever you spin a Pokestop, and then if you have the deluxe version of this Go Pass, the bonus is actually going to be increased to 3 times the amount of experience whenever you spin a Pokestop. And then at Tier 2, the egg hatching distance is going to be cut in half for any egg that is placed in incubators during the event period. And also hatching in 7-kilometer eggs during this event, you're going to get Lapras, Togepi, Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses, Castform, as well as Trubbish. And then for Galarian Corsola wearing pink sunglasses as well as Castform, you're going to have an increased shiny chance when you hatch them from these 7-kilometer eggs. So what are my thoughts regarding this event? Well, I think it's looking pretty good. First and foremost, we of course have the new Pokemon family, which is going to be Silicobra with Sandaconda. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I wonder if this Pokemon is going to be any good. Maybe it will be for PvP, who knows, but overall, it's pretty exciting stuff. And I also like the fact that it is going to be spawning in the wild rather than something that will be locked behind raids or eggs. So that kind of tells me that this is going to be a common spawn after this event ends. I don't necessarily feel like it's a really hyped up new Pokemon, but at the very least, we're going to be getting the debut of Shiny Toedscool, which I think could be really exciting. And I didn't even mention this earlier on, but we're also getting a costume version of Galarian Corsola. You're going to be able to get Galarian Corsola with sunglasses. That's certainly going to be very interesting, and yeah, you can get it as a shiny as well. So overall, I'm liking this. I think this is all looking to be pretty good. There's definitely a lot to look forward to with this event, and I definitely think it's going to keep players busy. And of course, they're continuing on with the Go Passes with these events. They're kind of like miniature versions of Go Passes that have replaced event tickets. I actually have been liking this system, even though I haven't bought the deluxe versions of these Go Passes yet. I do feel like it gives us something to do, something to work on every single day. So I'm a fan of it. I think it's great that they're continuing to have them for these sort of events. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I think this is overall looking pretty good. It's definitely a step up from some of the events that we've had in March. I feel like there's definitely a lot for the typical Pokemon Go player to get something out of this event. Now, one more thing I do want to mention is that I feel like this new format has been getting mixed reviews. I think some players would prefer kind of like the old ways of having shorter events, but also with an event ticket. I don't necessarily know how I feel in general. I think we've had a couple of misses in March, and maybe with this sustainability week, it'll feel a lot better. I don't know, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see whether or not this is something that Niantic will continue to do moving forward. Certainly, I feel like it might be netting them some more money because with the Go Passes as opposed to the event tickets, I'm sure they're getting a lot more sales than they were before. And just in general, it gives players something to do, something to work on throughout the week. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm curious to see how Silicobra is going to pan out. I don't know if it's going to be a common spawn afterwards, but yeah, I'm just kind of repeating myself at this point. It's just looking to be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Share your thoughts regarding this Sustainability Week event down below. Do you feel like it was a step up from last year's Sustainability Week? Do you feel like this new format of events with the Go Pass is actually something really good, or are you against it? Definitely share your thoughts in the comments down below, and let's have a great discussion. And as always, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, found it to be informative, and yeah, all that sort of thing. If you want to support my channel, the best way you could do that is of course hitting the like button for this video. Make sure you subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, and then of course make sure you turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page, and if you become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So when it comes to stuff like remote raids, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, the best way you can do that is by becoming a Patreon member. And of course, check out my Etsy store. That's also in the description below. I'm creating a whole bunch of stuff for anime and K-pop, so if those are your hobbies, maybe you'll find something that you will like. And finally, make sure you follow me on social media. I have a whole bunch of different social media pages, but I'm primarily active on Instagram and Threads. So if you go over there, look for @Jinsula, that's going to be me, and give me a follow, and you'll be able to keep up with my daily life. All right, with all of that said, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, have yourself a really good week, and I'll catch you all later.
Jinsula